Hi world, hi America, hi Canada. It's your favorite ex-president, George Walker Bush. Some like to call me Junior. Some like to call me the real Tish Ranger. That's my Twitter, at the real Texas Ranger. Last night I was at the Ranch Presidente, down here in Texas. I was watching a bit of that Boston Celtics game versus the Canada Dinosaurs. And I must say, something very disrespectful happened that made me cuss out my TV. I cussed out so loud, I said friggin' so loud, my wife came into the room and said, "What's wrong, George?" I said, "Well, I just saw something real disrespectful happen in this game." She said, "What happened, George?" I said, "Well, their Coach Mazzulla, Coach Joe Mazzulla, called a coach challenge when they're up 27 points in the fourth quarter. I couldn't believe my eyes. I grabbed my Bible real tight, threw my converter at the television. I said, "I can't friggin' believe this. He's disrespecting the game." So I sent out an invitation through Secret Service to get Joe Mazzulla to come down to Rancho Presidente. He just smoke a big spliff with me, look up at the Texas stars, maybe fly one of my U.S. naval jets around the world just so he can relax. Joe, you need to relax. Stop calling them goddamn challenges. See you later. Welcome, everybody, to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. I am your host, as usual, the El Hoopo, ELHOOPO. And I'm here with A.Rod, A-R-O-D. And, of course, Mr. Max Profit. You better pay me. And this is a beautiful but yet somber episode. Let's get into it. A-Rod, Max P, the Hoopo, day after.
Max. Boys.
Yeah, we went to war last night, didn't we?
These guys stink.
A-Rod, get it off. Go. You start. A-Rod, go.
All right. Full disclosure, because I hate when people do this, when they don't watch games, and they talk about the games, or the producers feed them notes, and they act like they watch them. So full disclosure, because honesty is the best policy. I watched the first quarter of this game. The first quarter and the first quarter alone. And I shut off the TV because I knew it was either my phone or my remote going through the window. So,
the converter.
Let me preface this about when I shut this game off. It was at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Check the timestamp. Pascal Siakam had just stolen the ball off Jalen. No left-hand Brown. He goes down the court, full transition mode. All right? Has a 1v1 versus who? Not Jason Tatum. Not Porzingis, Sam fucking Hauser. All right? Sam Hauser.
He looks like a bootleg Gordon Hayward.
You know what this man does? 1v1. Picks up the ball just above the free throw line. And you're thinking, okay, there's only two options now. You either lay up, dunk. What does he do? 2 steps, throws it to the corner to OG for a 3. A contested 3. What are you doing?
Modern day basketball. Modern day basketball.
You have a 1v1 versus a bum.
Ugh.
And you pass the ball to the corner, and then what happened? OG pump faked, dribbled the ball
and
down
skated
into the lane, kicked the ball, and then got fouled by Sam Hauser, and they called a foul like, oh, he slapped him on his forearm or whatever. So you killed a fast break for that? I said, no, fuck these guys, I'm out. I turned off the TV, and I said, I'm done, man. Because I knew right there the game was done. When you come into a big game like that and that's your mentality, game's finished. I checked the score later and they got waxed, and I was like, this is what it is. I knew it from the start. So
Flames.
Max, what'd you see?
Oh man. So I noticed our shots weren't dropping, and we didn't come with any kind of fire. Like I was saying how Boston gets up for these kinds of games.
Yeah, you're right.
We were not. It was clear we were going to get steamrolled once the second half started. I was like, yo, and it was getting worse. It was getting worse, and I was I was thinking earlier today, these guys might have been feeling themselves after that Dallas win, which was a very impressive win.
Yeah.
And they just can't handle success well. These guys got a long way to go before they can become a real solid, good team, you know? It's a long season. It's a long season.
Yeah.
But that's my thoughts.
Well, okay. All right. All right. I got about 3 things I want to say. Go ahead.
I gotta interrupt you just because
Okay.
you know what? Since I'm the first quarter guy, let me just get the first quarter out of the way. And then afterwards, I love that, man. I gotta get it out of the way. All right, couple things that I saw. Quick. Scotty Barnes. He was the only one that was a real gamer coming into this. He was trying to shoot, and he kind of outshot us out of the game in a sense because he was really coming trying to hit those threes. I think he hit his first one, and then the rest of them were all kind of just forced.
Nothing was dropping, man.
No, it wasn't dropping, and sometimes you have off nights. That's okay, but I appreciated the intensity and the effort that he came with.
For sure.
He even hit the first three, and I remember he went back and played defense on Jaylen Brown and stole the ball the very next possession. So it was just like it was a really nice little sequence that he put together there. The other thing,
Jaylen Brown, the man with iron fists.
Yeah. And the other thing I said a couple times on the pod before is Dennis Schroeder, man. You cannot run an offense through Dennis Schroeder. Like
no, he's a backup point guard at best.
In the NBA, do it, man. Like these guys, like Josh Lewenberg on TSN, and also
I can't stand that dude. I'm gonna leave it at that though.
I got no problem with him, but I'm just saying.
I can't stand that dude.
And also whoever was commentating on the game, I believe it was Matt for this one. They were talking about how Dennis Schroeder was averaging over 8.5 assists per game. You know, he's top NBA and stuff. And I'm like, buddy, those numbers are so inflated, man. You guys need to stop it because what happened in the last 3 games? This guy has what 4, 5, 6, like max. Like he's not a real point guard.
No,
like, he's not a distributor or a facilitator. So he's better when he's the guy on a team, as in his national team. But he's not the guy on the Raptors. So this is very janky. Like the whole offense is just so like discombobulated when you watch it. That's why I always say Scotty Barnes without this guy, and he didn't have a good night. You know, I didn't see the rest of it because out of anger. I'm 37 now, man. I can't handle this kind of stuff. No,
man.
These guys. I'm just trying to come home after a long day's work, enjoy my basketball. If there's some ups and downs, that's cool. But I'm not trying to watch a guy who does this for a living in the NBA, 7 years, 8 years deep in basketball, go against Sam Hauser and then pass the ball to the corner. No, man. Absolutely no.
The one Raptor that did come out very active was Jakob. He looked good off the jump and he kept fighting, but it was almost like an uphill battle that everything just started to come down on him. An avalanche just came down on him. He just couldn't do enough. And and when the defense is making Peyton Pritchard and what's the other dude's name? Sam Hauser and Luke Cornett look like old school Pistons or something like that. Like, come get out of here, man. Like that part. Like, unfortunately, I watched the whole game. You're smart to duck out like that, and I used to duck out like that, but because of I just sat through it. And it was painful. And to see Sam Hauser and Luke Cornett and Banton get in there and smiling, I'm like, oh man.
Banton's revenge. Oh no.
Bus 45 was out there. And just,
look at me now.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
But aside from all that, we didn't deserve to win a minute of that game. There was a one push we had given, I think it was before the half. Anyway, we didn't deserve any bit of that game. And we were losing bad, got to the end. But the one thing I do want to bring up, I made a joke about it on the intro about, Coach Mazzulla. I do want to say that was some real disrespectful shit, him calling that coach's challenge. Now, just hear me out. My first initial reaction to it was, whoa, he's championship prepping here. Look at this guy. He's trying to coach a perfect game. He's prepping. No, that's not what it was. He strikes me as the type of dude that if you were in an office and you left your lunch overnight, he's the type of dude cluelessly would eat it and then would lie that he did it. Do you know what I mean? He's one of those dudes. And one of those dudes that just has that cloud in his eyes. He doesn't know what's going on. It's almost like ChatGPT-4. Like, he doesn't know what's going on. He's just, he's just not right. And it was disrespectful to the game, and it was very disrespectful to the Raptors organization. And I hope that he catches a mud hole next game from Darko's heel of his boot. Because
now let me play devil's advocate just a little bit.
Please do.
A little bit. When you out here acting like a punk, walking like a punk, talking like a punk, sometimes you gonna get punked.
Yeah.
And Raptors went out there and it was clear stepping up to the challenge. that Boston was looking at this game like, what you got? And we were looking at this game like just another night, and you got steamrolled.
Yeah.
Completely steamrolled.
But listen, when I say it's disrespectful to the game, the basketball gods are real, man. The ball don't lie, and the basketball gods will remember that. And if you're coaching right now, Mr. Mazzulla, trying to coach and prep for the championships, those gods watching that move you pulled right there won't forget that when it comes playoff time. And I assure you, when something comes up where you need a little help from the upside and upstairs, something's gonna slip. Something's going to slip, and the other coach is going to call the coach's challenge. I'm just saying.
I'm a strong believer in what you put out there will come back for sure.
100%.
But it might not come back in time for this season. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Somebody else might get the revenge. Like, are we going to get our payback, or is he just going to get his payback? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I'm not looking for excuses here. It's just I looked at that part specifically. I want to zoom out on that. Go ahead.
When I read about the challenge, and I heard about it from several friends, and they kind of gave similar opinions, I started laughing because my mind just went right to Gladiator, man. Just Russell Crowe standing in the middle of the Coliseum and just yelling, "Are you not entertained?"
Hey,
I felt like he just wanted to pause it, show the Raptors that they're just getting murdered. And then they're just like, he was just yelling to the crowd, "Are you not entertained, man?"
He did. The eyes don't lie, Chico, and you could see it when the camera went on Mazzulla's eyes. It was just, it was some foul shit he pulled. It was, I don't know.
The way he reacted to the media last year, when he was going through it, he was going back and forth with the media a little bit. It showed some smallness in him.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so here we go with the continued smallness. Right.
He was bullied. He was bullied in the past, and now he's got a little bit of power. I don't know what it is.
He's a small guy. I'm not talking like size, but how he acts.
No, how he acts. How he acts. Yeah, exactly. And then he even said after the game, they brought it up to him, and he said he basically just said, I don't care if it bothered the Raptors. He basically said, I don't care. Okay, well, hey, let the basketball gods make the next play then. You're gonna get choppled. Right?
Hopefully, can we step up, man? Can we do that? Can we take our revenge?
I don't know if you guys have any more notes on that. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if we want to go any.
Speaking of basketball courtesy and unwritten rules of the game and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really digging about this basketball tournament, the in-season one, is just these guys are just playing right to the very end, trying to score points, and it's because point differential matters.
Oh yeah.
Silver won this one, yeah.
This is some real soccer European stuff they're doing. Wow.
Very much like FIBA, Eurobasket, like these guys.
It's kind of working.
And the thing is, I like it, man.
You said you liked it off top.
I like it, man. I'm liking it so far. Guys are more into it. The other night I was watching the Phoenix and Lakers game.
Yeah.
And
good end of that game.
LeBron is how old now? He's what, 38?
Yeah, 38, 39.
Okay, he's 20. He's in year 21, right? So
we're
early in the season. LeBron hurts his calf in the game. It's like 6 minutes into the game. This guy
I've seen that.
Bench, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any other game, this guy would have sat out for the game.
Yeah,
for sure.
He gets 10 minutes of work done on him.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back and scores over 30. He wanted to be back so badly for this thing that he made sure the work was done on him. Then came back in
and went hard.
Points, right? And went hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm liking the intensity that these guys are bringing, especially like more of the legendary players, because they actually care about wanting to play this game.
It's something different too, right?
Nice, man. Like, like maybe these guys want the money, maybe they want to be the first guy who gets the trophy. I don't know what it is, right? I know the staffers also get like a big pot that's divvied amongst them too. So maybe they're doing it for the crew, because a lot of times, like the trainers, the cleaners, the rope attendants, all those people, they don't get this kind of money, right? So if they can do something nice for the average,
I like it. Yeah.
You know what? They might have done some kind of I don't know what do they call it when you're trying to get in somebody's head, psychoanalyze or whatever. They might have realized, hey, if we put these guys in a certain position, we can get them to go hard. With the LeBron example, LeBron's always on stage, right? LeBron can't lose nothing. LeBron can't never get embarrassed. Everybody's going to be talking about him tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's always aware of that. You know, he's like Aaron Rodgers. He's always aware. What are my numbers? What are people saying about me? You know what I mean? He's like distracted with that. I think they're like, okay, you guys want to get distracted with all that? Like, we'll put the spotlight on you. We'll make the court. I had to wear my shades the other night watching that Phoenix and Lakers game. I swear to God, I put one of my lighter shades on and said, "Oh,
something
this is
is wrong with my eyes, amigo."
Bright ass court.
Call a nurse.
But you know what? It's working. Like they're getting these guys to go. You know, they're getting these guys to go.
Yeah. Well, to talk about getting these boys to go. Hopefully, we get a little get back next game. Raptors are seeing the Washington Wizards next.
Ooh, did you hear what Homeboy said about the team the other day? Poole?
Who? Poole? Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say again? He said,
it's like, I feel like it's my team.
I'm
doing my own thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, look at him.
13 points a game.
Look at him.
That guy makes me laugh, man.
Of course, he's hilarious.
He's a little much.
Contributor on a championship team, you know, can't deny that. But it's funny to me how this guy will come out and say, yeah, it's my team. I feel like I can do my own thing. I got my ring already. It's like it's so obvious now that he got the bag, he got the ring, he's never going to care again.
So sad.
He's content with doing some random step back threes and
I
playing
hope not.
erratic basketball. Like, it's painful to watch that guy play basketball.
So painful.
Like organized basketball. If this guy was a street ball game or like, you know, in an and one mixtape, I'm 100% there.
Yeah, but it's disrespectful to the league game.
I'm like watching him play like just regular organized basketball, like professional. Even the other night with that step back on Porzingis, the one where he like dribbled behind his back, did the half spin, and then took a three.
Didn't he turn away too?
Yeah, he got blocked. No, that was a different one where he turned away and clanked the back rim. Like there's so many bad highlights of this guy so far. And let's be honest, if the Raptors don't score 130 points on these guys, something's up, man.
That's what I wrote in the notes. There's zero defense. You need to drop like 150 on them after that Celtic game for one.
You know what Washington's defense is like, and this is for all the Toronto people. It's like TDC on Nuit Blanche. It's free. All you do is go right through the turnstile, man. That's it. All night long for the morning, man.
Yeah. You can just hop that one. Yeah, I don't know. You have any things you're looking for, Max, in this Washington game besides a blasting?
I'm looking for. We play well against teams we should beat. I think we play pretty well.
Sometimes it's the other way around.
I think we'll do one of those beat a bad team really well and start feeling ourselves again, and we'll go through this cycle where we have to sort of see them build themselves up and see if they can maintain it. So it's frustrating to have to go through this again, but here we go. Like, get this win against the team you're supposed to, and let's see what you do against the next big game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where we're at, you know?
I think that... Sorry, go ahead, A.Rod. Go ahead.
I was going to say, alternatively, this might be a dangerous game, too, because we might be looking towards Friday to the in-season game, too. You know, maybe it's still beyond the mind.
Looking ahead,
fresh, right? You don't know, man. I mean,
there's probably some politics in missing the in-season games. You're going to miss a game.
Well, that's why you need vets. You need vets that are going to sit there and go, we need this one tonight. Garrett Temple, the dads, they need to say, we need to get this one tonight. Stay in the moment, boys.
For me personally, just as a fan and just as a sign of respect for fans, man, beat the shit out of these guys because they are
100%.
crap, man. Like, don't waste time and don't waste our time with this stuff, man. Just, like, beat these guys hands down and just send them back to Washington, man.
I'll tell you something right now. If Corey Kispert drops 30-plus, I'm taking a pot off. If we lose this game and Corey Kispert goes off, I'm not doing it. It's you two. I'm done. I'm done for a pot. All right? You two do it. Hoopo's done. I'm done. Corey Kispert, I mark my word. If he drops more than 25 and we lose. Anyways. All right, I wanted to bring some positive. I thought of this today. I'm like, okay, I know I'm just going to be
good vibes.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be a negative Nancy coming in here and this and that. So chatty patty about the bad and yeah. So I wanted to come up with something new that I brought that I want to bring out today, and I call it this or that. Little black sheep for the old school. And so I'm going to do three separate topics of old Raptors.
Trent's got a movie on Paramount Plus.
Who does?
Drifts.
Really?
Call this or that.
Well, look at
You
that.
know,
The universe.
I don't have Paramount Plus, but I'm like, wow.
Oh,
I think he went to jail and came out. He got like some kind of story.
I bet you it's a good story.
So
It's a great story.
If you're listening to the pod, I mean, we would love to get sponsored because we just gave you a free ad right there.
Hey, yeah, that's a free ad right
We're
there.
looking
It's
for
true.
those
We usually-
sponsorships now.
Yeah, slipped up. I usually don't shout out specific companies like that. Yeah.
So this is for you boys, all right? So the first one is legend. So I'm going to name two separate Raptors from any era, and I want you to tell me who your opinion is more legendary, okay? They're both
Ooh, that
legends.
sounds fun.
All right, A-Rod, start with this. Max, whoever wants to jump in first. First one is Mo Pete versus Boogie, Alvin Williams. Go ahead.
Sorry, who's more legendary?
In your mind, history-wise, shot-wise.
I mean, shot-wise, no question, Mo Pete.
Woo.
Clear.
The Washington game.
The king of the dash up, the king of the toss up.
Yeah.
Like nobody threw up more. He didn't know what he was doing and hit it more than Bo Peep.
I gotta go Mo Pete, man.
I go with Boogie because of the shot in New York, that playoff series.
I go with Boogie because he gave us his knee.
He sure did, didn't he? God bless him.
When it comes to shots, I still go with Mo Pete, though, man.
You're going Mo Pete? So we got two Mo Petes, one Boogie. So
Nothing beats sitting on the bench the whole game, come off, get a game tying 3, and then get benched again.
he's from Flint, right?
Yes.
So Flint wins that one.
Is it Flint?
It's Michigan. I know that for sure.
It's Michigan for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was Flint. But,
Wow.
All right, Mo Pete, 2-1 for Mo Pete. Second one, who had the bigger dunk here? So I'm gonna go.
Bigger
I don't know. Who has the bigger dunk? So I'm gonna share my screen for those just listening. I am just sharing my screen to show this dunk, and it is the first dunk will be DeMar DeRozan, Debo over Mozgov. I don't know. I don't know if you remember this one.
I remember this.
Ice.
Oh yeah. Oh
Ice.
That
Ice.
was ruthless, man.
Boys.
yeah. Oof.
My leather turned into a different leather on the couch after this one. Look at this. What?
Oh.
So yeah, that
I think
one.
I might have used that one on an album cover. Jeez, please.
I think you did. And the next one, Keon Clark over Sean Bradley. So this one right here. I don't know if you remember this one, but this one right here. Look at this guy put his space boots on. He clip, 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 clip. He had that drink in him too. he had the dark liquor in him. Just boop, bang. So who you guys got? DeMar over Mozgov, or what happened? Oh no! And there it is. So
All right.
DeMar over Mozgov, or Keon over Bradley. Go.
DeMar.
Yeah, DeMar.
Legend DeMar.
The attitude.
Man.
You know what I mean?
But there I go again. I love that dunk, but that Keon was crazy. I got Keon over Bradley. I still remember watching that game. 2002, I was 22 years old, and that shit was crazy. He just looked
Keon.
like... I just never seen that. That was before Dwight was in the dunk contest where he threw the ball into the rim. That's the first time I saw somebody throw the ball into the rim. I never seen that before.
Remember, Blake Griffin used to do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like Blake Griffin. Sean Kemp did it a few times.
Sean was crazy. All right, and the last one. So we got Mo Pete over Boogie. Woof. And we got DeMar over Mozgov. Last one, in a street fight, who would you have? Who would you have win here? Corliss Williamson fighting Gary Trent Sr. who wins in a street fight with a few drinks in too.
Okay. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go Gary Trent Sr. Because you know what, Gary Trent Sr. looks like he does 315 on the back squat with no weight belt. So he's got that strong trunk, man.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gary Trent Sr. because I think Corliss has the tough look, but Gary Trent Jr. looks like he'll fuck you up.
And I'm with you 100%. Gary Trent Sr. is going to fuck him up.
You see what I'm saying?
Nick Corliss Williamson just does bench press, man, and machine.
Yes. Like it's more of a beach thing, you know?
I feel like, like Gary looks like the type of guy just one punch through your face, like nose to the back of your head. Yeah. All right, cool. So that was this or that. So we'll do that on hard losses whenever the Raps take a real tough L's, just to bring back some good vibes. We'll pull that out. All right. So we got a little bit of time. What have you seen or are looking forward to around the NBA right now besides Raptors?
Clippers are worse than the Raptors right now.
Crazy, right?
After this loss, overall Raptors are much better. You know, we're just all upset about the result there.
Yeah, but
Clippers,
I mean,
man, Jesus
that
Christ.
Harden thing, you can see it was a mess before he got there, and now he's there when it's a mess. You know what I'm saying?
And it's sad because it looks like James coming in really messed Paul George's game up.
It messed everybody's game up. Like, they had something going, you know? The injuries kind of interrupted it last year. They were kind of like rebuilding it, like getting it back started again this year. Now Harden's here, and now you got the owner with this weird trade that has nothing to do with basketball. But hey, he owns the team. He can do what he wants.
Yeah. One thing that I've noticed that I want to see them get it together is Memphis is a real slow start, but Bismack Biyombo.
The YouTube conspiracy guys are saying the league don't want Memphis to win.
Really? There's a thing for this?
Yeah, that's the word out there. That's the word out there.
Versus the Clippers.
I say that again.
Memphis won today versus the Clippers.
They did. Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay. The coach did the rant on the refs the other day.
I love
that. Was amazing. It wasn't as good as you ain't gonna rook us.
Yeah.
Remember you ain't gonna rook us. Remember that one? No. But this one was damn near close. He went in on the refs. It was clear corruption.
That's crazy. They don't want Memphis to win. Come on.
And then they have and they played those two clips of the press conferences, the old one with, I know Popovich is a veteran and all, but you ain't gonna rook us. And then you have this guy doing it just the other day. It was like, wow, the conspiracy theorists are out here laughing.
What about, do you guys think that this thing in Phoenix is gonna work?
Yes.
You do?
For the regular season, yes.
Not
as long as
playoffs?
they stay healthy. I've watched them now about, I want to say 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And the offense is unstoppable.
My preseason pick for MVP was Devin Booker.
Yeesh.
Because I felt like him being at Phoenix so long, and then Kevin Durant coming there, it's like, whose team is it? It's like you're back against the wall. And you've been there the whole time. I feel like he's got to step up and really be what Devin Booker's, his potential. We all see Devin Booker has potential.
Yeah. Before I forget, I had a hunch yesterday, and it stuck with me into today. I have a hunch that the Philadelphia 76ers might surprise a lot of people this year.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what it is, but these vets that they brought in, Batum, they are Nick Nurse guys. And Nick Nurse being this first-year coach again, like when he came in with Kawhi, and with the he was an assistant, so you can't really say he came in. But I don't know. I still have Boston coming out of the East, but for some reason I have a hunch that the 76ers might surprise some people this year. What do you guys think? You think they have a chance?
Nobody's really thinking about them like championships. And that might be their way in. Maybe nobody paying attention to them will allow them to just work with no pressure and be what they should have been 5 years ago.
I think what they're going to do, they're going to play good basketball. They're going to catch fire with Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is going to be healthy and free. And these vets that they have around them now, I just think there's going to be a lot of plugs that are going to get filled. You forget about Tobias Harris. They I don't know, and I'm not a fan, but they could do something. I don't know.
I mean, Tyrese Maxey is my shooting guard, my starting shooting guard on my fantasy team, and he is lighting the fantasy league up. He is lighting fantasy up.
I've tried to trade for him like 3-4 times already
Right,
this
he
year.
went for 50 today.
Huh?
Maxie went for 50 today.
Yes, sir.
he
Yes,
did.
sir.
Yes, he
Minus
did.
the spacing. So, they like to run and gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that, Go ahead.
I'm not really feeling the Sixers, man. I'm just thinking,
No?
it's just the opening, few games. I think they have a better roster makeup than other elite teams. Like they seem to have like the right pieces here and there, but I don't think Nick Nurse is that good of a coach. I don't.
Well, no, don't get me
Ooh.
wrong. Neither do I. But I think he might catch a bit of that leprechaun luck.
I think
You
in
might-
every championship run, you need two things. You need to be good,
Mhm.
like the players need to be good, and you also need to have luck.
Yeah.
And I think the year that the Raptors won, they had both.
Yeah.
So it was.
On that note, boys, we got to cut it out. So next up, Washington, which is tomorrow. Like I said, if Kispert goes off, it's just you two on the pod. All right, boys. Good seeing you two, and we will talk
Yes, sir.
soon, hopefully. All right?
Yes, yes.
All right. This was another Sports Ethos Toronto Raptors podcast with me, your host, El Hoopo, and your other host, A.Rod Max P. And we hope that you subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast. Just hit that subscribe button, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you catch your pods. And now, every episode is on video on YouTube. Go check it out. Yeah.
Peace.
Yes, sir.